Hi guys, Dahlia here. Welcome to my channel. It is currently 8 p.m. in Australia and I'm filming this at night, and you know what the best thing about not having to be on camera? It doesn't matter what time it is because the lighting is irrelevant. So as you could probably tell from the first part of this video that I uploaded last week, it wasn't the best quality, and so I asked a few friends on Bookstagram and they told me about this program called Bandicam, and it happens to be a lot clearer and a lot nicer, so I hope that this video is a lot better. So again, a little disclaimer, I have not been sponsored by any of the programs to film this video or to mention them or anything in that regard. This is purely my own thoughts on the programs, and I use these regularly, so it's just the programs that I really like. But if you have any programs that you like, please put them in the comments below, because I would love to find out what people really like to use while they're writing or throughout the writing process. So let's get into it. Number 6 is OpenOffice. And finally, we've made it to the actual writing program. If you don't want to pay for Scrivener or Word but want something a little more cohesive than Notepad, which, let's be real, Notepad's not the best, then OpenOffice is the way to go. And as far as I've noticed, OpenOffice is pretty much the same as Microsoft Office Word. I use it for my own writing and to edit my clients' work, and haven't had any trouble so far. It has the ever-famous track changes and pretty much anything else you'll ever need. So once it starts up, this is what it looks like. As you can see, you can open the same things as you could with Microsoft, but I'm just going to show you the text document because that's mostly what you're probably going to be using. Now it has 3 settings down here where you can have the double pages, which is the way that I generally like to do things, or you can have them as separate pages, or just a singular page. And of course, you can zoom in or out. So it's pretty much the same as Word, it's just a smaller version of Word, and it takes up less room obviously on your computer, because with Word comes a lot of bloatware, and bloatware screws your computer up. Okay, so moving on. Number 7 is Google Documents or email. So I'm not going to show my email because obviously I have personal emails in there from clients and such, but I can show you the Google Documents. So this is another writing program, and you know what, how many times has your laptop crashed? And what about your backup USB? And what about all the times that you've lost your work and it's really driven you crazy? If your answer is none, then you could not understand the pain that writers go through when they lose everything. You know what? Even a sentence is bad enough. If you have felt this pain, then I have a solution for you. Google Documents, or there are other things like OneDrive and all that, they are fantastic. You can store everything online, and I like to back up everything after 10 minutes of writing. And then at the end of the day, I email it to myself after I finish writing, because I'm really paranoid that I'm going to lose everything on my computer, because that's what tends to happen. Just when I get comfortable, I lose everything. Both of them easy to use, so these are just my documents here that I have, and I'm actually revamping the character reference document, which is on my website. It was available for free, but which it still is available for free, but it's just not on the website anymore because I'm revamping it to make it look a little bit more like a workbook, so it actually feels like you're filling out something for your character. So to create a new document, you can choose from all of these templates. There are heaps, I'm not going to go through them, but I tend to stick with either the blank or newsletter. And this is all the blank one is. Now you can click up here and you can save this. And then that's all it is. It saves, and then all changes are saved. Then if you want to create something in your outline here, then you can either just make it bold, and then it's in your outline. So if you want to go find it, it takes you there. Number 8 is Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is this little guy down here. After or indeed during writing, viewing your work in an ebook setting rather than in your writing software is useful for finding errors in spelling, grammar, or formatting. This program is so simple. It allows you to see your work for what it is and how it will appear in a physical or ebook form. So I'm going to open something up in it so that you can see what I'm talking about if you have for some reason never used this program. So it generally opens up PDFs. So here is an essay by George Orwell that I'm reading for my course, and that's basically it. This is all it is. It's a reading program, and honestly, it's fantastic. You can zoom in or out, so you can actually see it as your book would appear, which is actually really handy for getting it spot on. From this program, you can print, you can share it, you can save it, you can email it to yourself, and then there's this little thing over here where you can obviously export the PDF. You can convert it to all different sorts of things down here, but this program's simple, pretty much explains itself. Number 9 is Grammarly. This has been spoken about regularly on YouTube, but I had to add it to my list. I use this for writing and university assessments, and just actually also newsletters and emails, especially business emails or emails that I'm sending to my editing clients, just so that I make sure that what I'm writing is either PC or is correct in other ways. Sometimes you're going to make a mistake, and that mistake doesn't make you look very professional, especially if you're trying to break into the editing industry. But if you don't know what Grammarly is, it is software which completes a basic edit on the writing you add to it. If you want more in-depth editing, I highly recommend going premium. It is worth every penny, but as a basic editor, the free version works just fine. Little disclaimer, Grammarly does not stand in place of an actual professional edit of your work. This is highly recommended, and not just one, but a few, but Grammarly is great for self-edits. So when you open up Grammarly, this is what it looks like. So I've added obviously a few different things here, and as you can see from this was the first thing that I uploaded, which was a book proposal for my course, and there's 109 errors in it. So in this chapter 2 edit of my work in progress, the Acrobat Contessa, there is 11 issues. Now, so down here you'll see that it does a little checking, and it has 12 advanced issues. However, all the orange ones you have to upgrade to use. But for now, we can just go through the critical issues. And some of them are just as simple as this, which is, so the dress was slightly sheer, the pink bringing out the green gem in my forehead. This suggests that you change it from in to on, and in this case it would be correct. The green gem is referring to a piercing, and so the green gem isn't actually in her forehead, it's on, sitting on top of the forehead. And then all you do to change it is that, and it's changed. Simple. If you did want to pay for premium, it's not that expensive. I do recommend it if you do want to do a more thorough self-edit, because it does teach you a lot of issues. And finally, number 10, Calibre Books, which is this one right here. It's got a cool little logo. This is another piece of software Kristen Martin recommends. It is how she formats her books ready to upload to Kindle. Calibre Books is simple and yet highly effective. So here's one that I've added to this just to show you guys. Once you've actually started something up, this is just the first chapter of it so that I could show you, and this is how we've presented in more of an ebook fashion. So this program is basically just fantastic for getting your books, after they have been edited, formatted, etc., up to scratch, so you can then post it to places like Kindle. And obviously here, if I had a cover for the Acrobat Contessa, that would go here. You can choose the tags, which obviously I write down as the genre of it. So that concludes this video. I will leave a link below to all the things I spoke of today in the description bar, but if you would like me to film some run-throughs, please don't hesitate to ask. I would be more than happy to do that for you. If you have any questions or want me to cover a specific topic, please drop a comment below. If you want to follow my journey on other platforms, see the information in the description bar. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and more. I post videos every week on Thursdays and tags every other Wednesday, so subscribe and hit that little bell if you want to be notified. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye!